Hey, this is DM Allen. Thanks for joining us once again for another week of awesomeness. Let's just get it started.
Last time on Roll with Advantage, our travelers learned more about their true enemy, the Demogorgon.
Its purest goal is to rule, to assert its own power.
They also learned of the identity of the Undying Sage.
The Undying Sage is a oddity, we'll say. He is a dragon. A red dragon. An ancient red dragon, in fact, named Klauth. You did him a favor, I guess, by not killing his son.
But what of the Soulmonger? Where could it be? Who could be after it?
The Soulmonger lies somewhere in Cholt. Someone is trying to stop the Soulmonger. And I think it's a good portion of the Zentarum.
The party needs more information, and for that, they will have to track down the devil Asmodeus.
Let's go meet the devil.
I sent a message on the ring. Hey, Kenyan, hope you're alive. Are you interested in going to the City of the Dead?
Nothing. You take solace that you know his bracelet will be beeping a red light sometime.
Also, if you could just tell me you're alive, even if you don't say anything else, that would be very much appreciated.
Nothing.
Figures.
So you head off to the City of the Dead? All three of you?
Why not? Wondering if I should buy anything. I don't think I can buy any stronger armor, and I've already got potions.
Did I find any good, any interesting forks?
Keo, you find a bard's shop.
Ooh.
One where they have tuning forks galore, like A, B, C, even D. And that's how they actually, they advertise it.
I noodle a little bit on their mandolins.
Okay. And you're strumming on the mandolins, and you're reminiscing of the time that you had a string instrument. And
did mine get destroyed?
I think you left it in your hoard.
Oh, yeah. So start playing Country Road.
Yes, Country Road. Anyways, and you are able to find a various amount of tuning forks.
Mm-hmm. I ding them until I find one that's off key.
Okay.
And then I make a big deal of it to try and get a discount.
Okay, give me a persuasion, please.
I just imagine Keo going through and he tunes one of the mandolins, but it's not right, and then he goes and uses the tuning fork and is like, the tuning fork's out of key.
Yeah,
because he's going off of his ear, comparing it to a mandolin that's off key.
So I persuade at a 17.
I'd say the shopkeep will give you half price, and that'll be 5 silver pieces.
5 silver?
Yep.
All right. I count it out in coppers.
They impatiently wait for you to count out these coppers as other bards are lining up behind you. Gosh. Counting out your pennies. Yeah. Keo, you rejoin the group with your new tuning fork.
I hit a few times. It's the brown note.
Oh God. You rejoin the group on their way to the City of the Dead. When you get there, it's closed. So let me explain. So the City of the Dead is a a walled-in city. Minette and Tin, you know the city to be the dead. It's like a crypt. So that's where the dead go. There's so many people in this city that the city couldn't afford to have graves strewn about. So they clustered it into catacombs that go super deep into the ground. And that's where the dead are laid to rest, essentially. It is a very nice park above ground. But to go in there is like, it's where the goth kids hang out. Like, it's still kind of dreary, but it's a really nice, beautiful park. You get there, and usually there are clerics of Kelenvor. I believe that's the god of the dead.
Yeah.
There's usually clerics of Kelenvor that are there and maintaining the gates and making sure that there's no undead that come to life and, you know, escape into the city. But as Tin had learned in previous sessions, most of the clerics of Kelenvor were slaughtered by the vampires. So the watch is sparse, and they're not growing ranks anytime soon. You venture into this park, and not too far inside of the door, there's this very old female who has her arm like in a bandage and her head wrapped in a bandage, and just kind of looks really beaten up. And she walks up to you guys, and in a voice that you did not assume for her to have, she says, it is good to see you. It's been a long time.
Do you know us?
Yes,
It's been at least 2 weeks.
she says, let me take a form that you probably recognize. And she turns into Gundren Rockseeker.
What?
And he says, maybe you like me like this.
So you changed your form, but who actually are you?
I am Gundren Rockseeker, or Asmodeus. And he does like this very low bow and like sweeps his hand through the dirt. And then he lifts back up, his other arm still in the bandage. He has a bandage still around his head.
Who was Gundren again?
Gundren was the...
Way back from Fandelver.
Yes. Gundren...
I know it was ages ago, yeah.
Gundren was the dwarf that hired you to help find the Spellforge, which was a forge that was used long in ancient times, and it was hidden in Wave Echo Cave. It was used to imbue weapons. You guys found a shadow of its former self, and were able to temporarily imbue your weapons, making them temporarily magical. Gundren also helped you create the effigy of Chanton. And yeah.
Okay.
Just so we're clear, you've always been Gundren. There hasn't like been a Gundren that we knew, and now you're taking his form.
I am the Gundren you know.
Fair.
But so the Gundren we've met has...
The Gundren we've met has always been
Asmodeus.
Asmodeus in disguise.
I have always been your Gundren, yes.
Awesome.
Interesting.
At this point, Kyo takes the chance to... So, how's a demon lord, devil lord...
I am a devil.
And a handsome devil you are.
I am no... He says, "I am no demon," and he spits into the dirt, and you just kind of see like this fire brimstone, and you get this smell of sulfur as his spit hits the dirt.
Yeah, I prefer devils too.
But how does
Better
one,
the devil you know.
one so great as yourself get captured by like orcs and stuff?
First,
Well, hobgoblins.
before
that
I
same
answer
thing.
any of that, I need you to sign this. And he whips out his hand, and you see like you see 3 scrolls like spin down from his hand, and he says, "Sign these papers. These are your standard non-disclosure agreements. I need you to make sure that you keep what we talk about secret. They are binding."
So
Can I investigate them to make sure there isn't anything untoward in them?
Yes, roll investigation.
I'm just gonna edit the terms I don't like. I know how contracts work.
35.
This contract is a standard non-disclosure agreement. It is the essential bounds of it are you cannot tell anyone that Asmodeus is here in Waterdeep. You cannot disclose any of the history to anyone that Asmodeus has not greenlit for the information, and like a general boilerplate. It is a little convoluted with lawyer speak, but
I mean, it's a contract.
yeah, it's a contract. Yes, a lot of boilerplate, lots of boilerplate.
I kind
Okay.
of look to Manette for guidance, because I mean, I'm just not gonna just blindly sign something, but I also know that he's better at this kind of thing than I am.
So, by binding,
Yes.
does that mean that we will be magically unable to divulge this information? Or is there punishment for
Intentional or accidental violations.
Yeah. For violating.
Oh, no punishments. Binding as in your soul is forever mine if you break the terms of the agreement.
Well, that's a punishment as far as I'm concerned. I'd rather be magically compelled to not divulge the information so that I'm actually incapable of it, rather than having to deal with consequences for breaking the agreement, perhaps by accident.
Meanwhile, Kyo is going to add clauses about the care of his soul under Asmodeus's ownership, and and then changes the terms of time on it.
Okay. It's like a net 30 now. It's Yep.
And after making the proper edits to it's not in perpetuity. It's his soul will be in care of Asmodeus for a term not greater than 5 years per person told, and it lays out a bunch of responsibilities that Asmodeus has.
This contract does not supersede other existing contracts.
Yes. And then pushes it back to Asmodeus and says, "Will this do?"
He like looks it over, and he like rubs at his chin, and he says, "You're wise like your father." And he signs it, and he passes it back to you.
And I spit on my palm.
And when you slap the paper
Yeah.
with your spit palm, you see like that. You see like the lemon juice trick. Like you see your palm.
No,
like,
that's a way of signing
Yeah,
it because
exactly.
he's a dwarf. And so
because he's a dwarf, yeah. And it kind of like burns in kind of
Yeah.
into the contract.
and then immediately I summon Hootie from my pocket dimension,
okay.
and I whisper into his ear that's Asmodeus.
I have 2 questions.
Now the death curse doesn't work on me.
I have
That's-
2 questions for Asmodeus.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I know you're not going to tell us why you invited us here until I sign, but do you mean us any harm right now?
I have never meant you much harm. I will not directly harm you.
Will you enlist someone to directly harm us?
Do I need to?
I
think it's more that what he needs us to do is going to be dangerous.
Okay. I just found your invitation very unusual.
Oh, well, that's what you have to do when you're in my position.
Also, are you more interested in me not divulging secrets or more interested in my soul?
We'll get to that in due time. I believe that falls under disclosure.
Fair enough. Now, I'm just curious. You specifically wanted me here.
Yes.
What happens if I don't sign this and just walk away?
Your life and the lives of all in this plane are in grave danger then.
Okay, interesting. So I look 2 minutes to make sure that everything's kind of kosher with the NDA.
Do you carbon copy Keo's?
Probably not. There's probably like glaring
direct
holes.
Yeah.
Glaring holes.
Like kid glaring holes. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, but Keo is just looking for a way to protect himself from
The soulmonger.
Yeah.
Soulmonger.
Anyways, there's a hole in that.
Yeah.
Would Lathander
Hey, I'm only like
consider-
8. So,
Like,
What the?
I'm not sure if Tenuvial would be concerned about. So if she agrees to this, she would be.
She's making a deal with the devil.
Well,
Right.
she would be giving the possibility of the devil owning her soul.
Mm-hmm.
And would Lathander consider that to be like,
sacrilegious.
yeah, sacrilegious?
I think you would have to commune with Lathander in order to understand the answer to that. Give me a wisdom
Okay.
check
Keo
with
figures.
proficiency.
Keo figures he has 2 souls.
9 souls if you were a cat.
Just a straight wisdom with wisdom proficiency?
Yeah.
17.
Okay. Your
Or
gut
18, sorry, 18.
your gut feeling is telling you that as long as you fulfill the terms of the agreement, there's nothing wrong with signing the contract in the terms of Lathander's eyes. The reason being is Lathander's lawful-ish, and the idea being that if you're following the rules, nothing bad's gonna happen to you. So it's actually kind of, you could talk yourself into saying this is the way of Lathander because
Well, Lathander's about, like, justice.
right.
But it sounds like potentially I could be aiding justice if I
Exactly.
find it. So, okay.
Yes.
All right, so Tenuvial will...
You can
We'll
talk
sign it.
yourself into it. Yeah. Okay.
I'll sign as well.
A light tingle, like a cool tingle, starts at the base of your neck, and it like rushes down your back to your tailbone, and then back up to the top of your head. Keo, it goes a little further than the rest, because of the tail. He says, now that that's out of the way, I'm glad. So, I need you to sign another contract, please. This one is an agreement. I will tell you something about each of you that you don't quite know yet. And in return, you will aid me.
Why are you having us sign another contract right
That's
away?
what I do, baby. And he's like, I don't know, 3.5 foot tall, just
Don't ever call me baby again.
From the difference in years, you are but an infant to me.
I don't care if you want my help. You're going to treat me with respect.
Deal.
Thank you.
Now let's make another deal.
Sure.
Do you agree to my terms?
What are your terms? You said we're going to sign another contract. I don't see it yet.
It is just that.
Oh, I don't deal with verbal contracts.
Oh, okay. 1 second. And he goes, I like your style. Same terms. Essentially, this one is, it's got boilerplate for not backstabbing or inhibiting his progress with any forward mention of assistance. There is a end time within the next year of the of any conversation that is to be had as far as like completing a goal, and the idea being that you must be satisfied to some degree with the information told to you by Asmodeus.
Fuck it. I'll sign it.
This one has no soul binding thing. He's already got that. Okay.
Is there a provision for, like, if the apocalypse happens, we get an extension on that year thing?
You're like flipping through.
You know, like acts of God type thing.
Yeah, you're flipping through, and your eyes are glazed over, and you just kind of say this out loud to Minette as he's like thoroughly reading through it, and he goes, "My lady, this is about the apocalypse."
So dramatic.
Why, thank you. Everybody else sign?
Nah.
Nah. Nah.
Well, okay, sorry. I just add a little clause that if Lathander would require me to do something, that would supersede this.
He signs it.
Okay.
I already know me. They all know me.
What have you drafted into this?
Kyo's not interested in this one. It's just not.
All right. He turns to you, Minette, and Gundren's eyes cloud over, much like the Vistani's eyes do. And the voice, when that happens, it kind of triggers you. The voice of Asmodeus is the exact same voice that the Vistani had.
The fortune teller.
The fortune teller. And he says, Minette, know that the obsidian flame is real, and that it is key to your survival. You must find it, in Mount Celeste.
Already knew about that.
Keo's like, duh! He just read it.
It's like yesterday's news.
Literally. Are you satisfied?
No.
You may ask one question. Fuck. What do you think? Tin. You, as I was, I hate the word of it, touched by Lathander. What that means is you are a conduit for Lathander to a plane of existence. You are the lifeblood of how he affects this world. You have a specific connection to Lathander. He has reached for you. But beware. That's a double-edged sword. And if Lathander can reach through you, so can others.
You said that you were touched by Lathander.
Yes.
Do you still follow his path?
Kind of. I follow my own path. It just so happens that a lot of our ideals mix.
So you don't work against him.
I don't work against him.
That's good enough for me.
So meanwhile, Keo's offer, he writes up a contract, basically for a year. It requires a year's writing from Asmodeus, in the paper as an op-ed. And for the opportunity, all he would have to do is invest a golden tuning fork that goes straight to one of his hells.
Oh, he signs the shit out of that.
Yeah, no,
And then, like,
it's
he signs it.
It's an opposing view op-ed, though.
Yep.
It's
Okay.
It's going to be basic. Obviously he'll have a pen name, but
Sure.
you know.
Yeah, he'll probably be like Gungeon Rockseeker or
Yeah.
something like that. But he signs the shit out of it. The contract like disappears into brimstone, and when the smoke dissipates, a golden tuning fork just hums, just right in front of you.
Yeah, I thought he'd go for that one. Obviously, there's the chance that he corrupts minds, but, and I'm sure he'll like me sending people to him. It's a win-win.
What do I need to use the obsidian flame, and what am I trying to prevent with what is the source of this apocalyptic danger? And like I don't know what I could build to stop this thing that I know nothing about. So
That's technically two questions, but
there was an and in there.
we will get to one of those.
Okay.
What you would need to stop the apocalypse. Oh, let's see. An entire race of beings. We'll call them the Protected.
I've already met one of those.
Yeah, that I know. Was a terrible liar. Everybody knew he could see.
Yeah.
I was no blind monk.
So I'm pretty sure they've already been made.
Oh, yes. You still need them.
more of them, or?
He looks to Kyo, and he says, "The little one has the answers." And then he says, now that the formalities are taken care of, let's speak freely. So, I bet what's rolling around in your little minds are, why the hell am I on your plane? Let me answer that. The 9 hells have fallen to the forces of chaos.
Aren't they supposed to be chaotic?
No. Devils are lawful beings. In fact, what you just experienced is a little bit of my hell. It is a bad thing that we've fallen. For eons, the devils and demons have battled, and it's been a stalemate. One side would come up with ideas on how to attack the other, and it would always seem to come out as a wash. But not too long ago, about 3 years ago, we lost. The Demogorgon figured out something I have still yet to figure out. He was able to corrupt one of my generals, a pit fiend, and, from there he figured out how to turn my forces against me. He killed every single last one of the devils, except for me. I escaped to this plane and have been trying to close rifts since. I've been training you all. I enlisted you not too long ago because I saw something in you. Now you have grown, and I believe you are starting to become worthy to help me in my cause in closing rifts. Luckily enough, they're popping up more than ever now. And I need assistance. And he, kind of gestures to his bandages. Says, you need to fulfill your destinies at this point. You need to stop the wars, the Chaos Wars. Now. They have begun again.
You have anything particular in mind?
It's a lot to ask of some mortals.
Well, let's see. The best way would probably be to kill the Demogorgon.
Okay. And he's in the 9 hells?
No. He hasn't figured out how to leave the abyss. As far as I know. You are going to figure out how to stop rifts once and for all. And the key there is the protected, and bringing them back into the fray.
So, after the last bit of the Chaos Wars, they went about their lives, and we just need to bring them back to the fight? Is that it?
The protected were hunted, almost to extinction. Not much more than 100 protected were left after the Chaos Wars. They held up in a commune. South. Probably a couple days travel south of Candlekeep. And that is where your friend Bon is from. They are protected, as their name implies, but they are also protected by a magical barrier that keeps any from finding their location, other than another protected. They don't venture out very often. And because of what has been going on, I believe that the Protected are starting to get a bestial sense or a core feeling that they need to help out. And I think that's why your friend Bon left. And I think that's why your friend Devo left. And Boone, man, she really followed a bad path.
Okay. So we need to find the Protected.
You need to find the Protected, yes. And I believe you need to activate the Obsidian Flame once again, as it was critical to winning the Chaos Wars of old.
Okay. Find the secretly located Protected. Travel to one of the 7 heavens and activate the Obsidian Flame.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Hey everyone, I'm DM Allen, and this is Roll with Advantage Season 3, Episode 6. Thank you so much for joining us once again, and thank you so much to our patrons. You make this show possible. So this week, keep an eye out on our social media, Twitter at DM's Table and Facebook at The DM's Table. I should have a new set of very cool looking dice coming out later this week. And speaking of dice, once we hit 10 patrons over on our Patreon, then we will start giving away one set of dice to one lucky patron every month. So go check out our Patreon. That's patreon.com/DMsTable, and make sure to sign up for any one of the tiers. We've got cool behind the scenes coming. We've also got a Discord for our patrons to talk and chat as a community and hang out. It's a really cool place. So yeah, go check that out. Your support will keep the show hosted and the website hosted, and basically make sure that we keep bringing this fun content. So yeah, go check that out. Now, without further ado, let's talk about this week's sponsor. This week's sponsor is Audible. Audible.com is one of the most fantastic audiobook platforms. They've got over 180,000 books to choose from, and they support many different platforms: Android, iPhone, Kindle, MP3, the like. It's really fantastic, and they've got a great deal for our listeners. When you sign up at audibletrial.com/RWA, that will net you a 30-day free trial, 2 free audiobooks, and 2 free Audible originals, and that is a fantastic deal. And why not make one of your free books one of Adam's recommendations? Adam's been putting together a wonderful collection of books that you really should check out. And here's Adam with this week's recommendation.
Hey, trusty listeners. Like D&D, do you? Want to listen to a book that is D&D through and through? Then you have to check out the Drizzt series. The 23-book series kicks off with Homeland by R.A. Salvatore, where you get to find out about Drizzt, a dark elf hated by his family who narrowly escaped the Underdark. Can Drizzt escape his family's hatred? Will he survive on his own? Listen to find out.
All right, go check that book out. Go sign up and support the show. That's audibletrial.com/RWA. And if you want to see some of Adam's old recommendations, go check out our website at dmstable.com/RWA. Now, let's talk about Incompetech. Incompetech is a wonderful audio platform that has fantastic scores, just absolutely beautiful. They are masterfully put together, and they are fantastic for publishing content like this, or just listening to, like when you're prepping, or you're looking for inspiration for an adventure, or you're just bored at work. Go check out Incompetech.com today. All right, that's all I've got for you this week. Let's get back to the episode, and I'll see you out on the internet, guys. Bye.
Are you aware of what's happening in the south? With what attacked Candlekeep and Baldur's Gate?
I am afraid that is one of the demon lords have escaped into the material plane.
Is there anything we can do about that? Directly, rather than...
They are killable. It's a
dangerous?
Herculean effort. I would have a hard time. But I would still be able to do it.
Oh, of course.
Clearly.
Yes. And he flexes his muscles and alters himself to have bigger muscles. I need to head towards the next rift. If you all would like to come along and slay some demons with me, that'd be very fun.
I'm always up for slaying bad guys.
If you can transport us there with you, then...
Absolutely.
It also kind of let us figure out how to detect or see and close these portals, whatever, rifts.
That's what I'm hoping. So, he transports you guys there by just walking down the streets of Waterdeep. And then he starts pointing to some people. They're just kind of standing there. You never really notice them. There's just people standing and looking, taking a break from their long walks from one side of the city to the other. And he points them out and he says, Do you see that person over there with the blank stare? Well, they've been drinking the water here, and their constitution is not as strong as some of the others around. The weak-willed have been befuddled. They've been stupefied, because the River of Styx bleeds into this plane.
So Lariel was wrong.
They are lost. And they're just kind of standing there, blank stare, looking up into the sun, whatever looks most interesting, and just... Oh, that was an interesting noise.
Yeah, checking out my tuning forks.
Advantage. I give you inspiration. That was quick wit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the one I bought at the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He keeps walking down the streets, and he's like, he walks down an alley real quick and turns into a little kid, which is like this little girl, and she runs down the streets now. Just handle the pronouns with me, but she runs down the streets, and she runs by one of the grates, one of the sewage grates, and starts sniffing. Not quite. And keeps running through the streets, sniffing at grates, and finally she finds something, and she points it out, and she says, "You see this mold around this grate?" And you see like a faint green mold, like just nothing you would notice.
So it's not like the algae ooze black stuff that we've been seeing?
It looks reminiscent of it, but it is not something that would... It almost looks like moss.
Okay.
It's something that would be super benign to you. You would never, ever notice it. And it just looks normal. And he says, "That's what you're looking for. That's the mold from the moisture of the River of Styx. We need to enter the sewers here." Leading you down to like a grate off in one of the alleys. He pulls the grate up, and you all start to venture through the sewers. You're moving through the sewers now, and as you're moving through the sewers, you stumble on a form that is very familiar to you. It is Devo, and she is lurking through these sewers. And when she catches a view of you all, she says, "Oh, it's awfully nice to see you all. Are you hunting for demons now?"
For the moment.
And she looks down at the little girl and she says, "Ah, it's you." And he says, "Yes, it's me." So it must be nearby then, huh? Yeah. They take you through the sewers. They find this like doorway, and it's caked in this mold. And when they open the doorway, it actually enters into a long corridor stairs that goes deep down. And Devo says, "We're getting back into the Undermountain. It's dangerous down here. Keep your wits about you." You enter this larger room, and there's a few things around on the walls. There's like this image of a beholder up on this carved wall, and you see like images of people like running towards you from the beholder in the background. And it is there that you hear this female cackling laughter off into the distance in an echo. And what you see is making their way into this room is these bipedal mushrooms that are almost zombie-like, have their arms out in front of them, and you get like this musty smell that's coming towards you.
They ate too many mushrooms.
Devo says, "Ready yourself. These are not friendlies." Everybody roll initiative, please.
Do they actually look like undead in terms of battle or just description?
Just description.
Okay. I have a 21.
Nice.
I actually did better. I had a 23.
Just gonna go ahead.
Yeah.
Put myself way back here.
Not that bad, huh?
7.
Ouch.
All right. So what you see is 3 corridors in this room, and down each corridor there looks to be about 10 of these bipedal mushrooms walking towards you. Keo, shambling into this room. This room is no bigger than 30 feet square, so 30 feet on each end.
And what is this area we're in is constructed of stone?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to put up a wall of fire blocking the entrance that looks like it's the biggest with the most stuff coming in. I mean,
How many feet is a wall of fire?
well, I guess how big are these entrances?
Normal sized entrances.
Well, how tall is the ceiling?
The entire ceiling in here is probably about 15 feet maximum.
Yeah, I can do it up to 60 feet long, 20 feet high.
Okay. You'd be able to block 2 doors.
Well, since I was fearing mushroom men, anyway, I'm going to do that.
Okay.
So that's 5d8. Block 2 of the walls, and then I'm gonna toss a fireball down the other corridor.
Okay. Excellent. Give me
It's a quickened fireball.
Do they need to do any dex saving for your wall of fire?
That depends on what they do.
Okay.
You're
Just popping it right up in front of them, right?
It, then yes, they take something immediately.
Yeah, one for... So 2 would take immediate damage. What's the range of the heat for that?
5 feet.
5 feet? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's essentially going to cap off
10,
one...
but
Is it 10 feet?
Maybe?
It's not a fireball. It's a firebolt
Okay.
that I fire down because I keep forgetting that rule.
Okay. Wall of fire, though, Ben.
Yeah.
10
So-
feet radius or
It's-
whatever?
Yeah,
Okay,
within 10 feet of the
Within
danger
10
face.
feet of the side or when it enters the wall.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're going to
And
get
I'm putting
4.
the danger side towards them.
Okay. So roll me up your damages.
It's 5d8, right?
Dex save for half.
What's your saving throw?
It's a 17.
17? Okay.
Mhm.
Nothing. They all fail.
Yeah, and I failed to throw good numbers, so 10, 14 damage for each. I smell smells of burning mushrooms.
Yeah, you
Yummy.
do. Like a earthy, mushroomy smell. Yeah. All right. And you hear like these screeches like...
It'll be a twin
Okay.
firebolt, though.
Okay.
The twin firebolt shoots out
2 attacks?
yeah, one at each.
Yep.
So the left one is attacked at a I think it's a plus 18
Yep, that hit.
or no, oh sorry, 19.
That
And
hit.
the other one's at much higher.
Okay.
Yeah, the first one takes 6 and 9 is going to be 21, and then the other one takes not quite as much. It takes 10 plus 4, so 14.
All right. Next is Tin. Tin, you've got a wall of fire blocking...
Yep. For the one that's the tunnel that's not blocked, I'm going to do a fireball. So they have to do dex saves.
Dex save is going to be a 13.
Lol, no. 29 fire damage.
You hear more shrieks of pain in this earthy smell. I need all of you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, by the way, do these sound like feminine shrieks, or the feminine cackling would be something else further
The
in?
feminine cackling is something separate.
Okay,
These are...
just wanted to
They
make
have,
sure.
yeah, these have no sex associated to them. It's merely like, it's like a mandrake screech, right?
That's what I
like
figured, because fungi tend to be asexual.
Yeah.
What am I
15.
rolling?
15.
Oh, this
Con
is
save.
cocked.
Then re-roll it,
But it could have been a 20.
but it wasn't.
Okay, con
I make a
save.
24 con save.
16.
16. Okay. Cool. 24?
Mhm.
All right.
I got a plus 8 on con saves.
Baller.
Yeah.
Here's what happens. Tin and Minette, you start vomiting uncontrollably
Fuck yeah.
as the burning the burning mushrooms release these like instinctual spores, and the smell is of like super rot. Keo just kind of licks his chops and is like, breakfast.
And then I think, wait, no, I don't want to become a mushroom man.
Right. At the end of each of your turns, you can basically do another save to stop throwing up.
So are we not allowed to take actions while we're throwing
You're
up?
essentially incapacitated.
Okay.
You are still of mind, so you can make saves and stuff like that, but you can't make actions. You can move, you just can't take actions.
Okay. Can I take a reaction? Like warding flare reaction?
I would say yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. The reactions would be situational, but
Yeah.
but yes. What's the roll me damage for for the mushrooms in the firewall. Fun. The others make their way down the corridor and they start to swarm you all.
So we got 16, 25,
Did
7
they look like
plus
the
4.
fire affected them a lot?
No. They didn't seem one way or another.
So 31 off the firewall.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
31. Devo is going to wing out and flap her wings, and when she does, the gust of wind that happens from the wings flapping, they blow by the mushroom people, and the skin of the mushroom people start to like fluorescently glow. She's going to tell Keo because he's not throwing up, and she says, "Keo, attack him again."
So
We're now swarmed by the ones in the third tunnel.
Is this an inhaled effect?
Yes.
I have advantage on that. So
Are you wearing your mask?
it's
Like
from
always?
my gloves.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
I got a 25
A
on that.
So you're
25
good.
would make it.
Okay.
So you essentially are just like, I'm good.
that's gross.
But
I
then
swallowed
when
it.
Devil
I swallowed
flaps
it.
her wings and stuff, and
Yeah.
So I distance spell a word of radiance.
Okay.
Any of the baddies, I exempt my allies.
Yay.
But any of the baddies within 10 feet of me
Okay.
would take 12 radiant damage. Unless they make a save. Let me see which one it is.
Quite possibly.
To do a word of
So what am I looking for? Oh, it's a con throw.
Con save?
Con save. It's from
Alright.
Xanathar's guide.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Sorry.
20 for a saving throw.
For all of them?
Yes.
So,
Mom.
yeah, it didn't work.
Oh, is it save or suck? All right.
Save or
Cantrip.
And Minette, it is your turn.
Okay. Are there any next to allies?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
we're
we're
still
doing
swarmed.
Almost all of them.
Almost all of them. Are there any near me?
Yes.
So the two other tunnels, they went through the wall of fire, right? And
No.
No.
Nothing has came through those.
So it's just the 10 from the one tunnel that
Yep.
are swarming. Okay.
Okay. Sneak attack probably wouldn't apply to a cone attack, would it?
I think if it's AoE, it's not going to be allowed because the sneak attack rule says specifically to one creature.
How many could I hit with a 15-foot cone?
I would say all but 4. So out of 10, all but 4.
All right, fuck it. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
They need to make a strength save.
They fail.
Okay.
It's a 9.
Yeah, DC 20.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
So they take 2d6 and they are all pushed back 10 feet.
Nice.
They just 8
Okay.
damage.
8. You got 1 dead. You got how many feet?
10 feet.
10 feet. Yes. Roll me your firewall, please.
I push
So
them
it's,
back
21.
into
21 plus
combo.
21 plus 4 is 25.
Nice. All right, so 25. So what you do, Minette, you just run up, boom. You push, just the shockwave moves through the group, and the group on the back, or the ones on the back side of the group, they get pushed through the flames. Yeah, you kill one, and you severely harm 2 more. Okay. Cool. Well done.
Synergy. Teamwork.
You know what? Fuck it. Roll me 2 d6s as well, please.
12.
12. All right. That is
Max damage.
nice. Yeah. You actually. So here's what happens. So when you push them back, you hear like this sickening thud as like they smash into the front runners of
taking fall damage.
Taking fall damage. Yeah.
The
Nice.
blunt force of running into their enemies.
Yep.
Their allies, rather.
All right, Keo, it's your turn.
Blast wave was useful.
Well, I'm going to maintain concentration. And how many can I hit with a fireball without hitting us?
I'd say you'd be able to hit all but 2.
Then I'll
And
do that.
that's strategic placing.
Yeah. I'll do some strategery then. 34.
Nice.
Keo, you kill 3. Tin, you are retching.
Con save?
Yes.
Wow. I don't save.
All right. Those tunnels are locked down, so that's a thing. So this is going to be Devo's turn. Devo is going to whips out her Sunblade and starts just going to town on these suckers. Let's see here. How many attacks does she have?
Keo
Oh,
says.
Yep. She is going to do 3 attacks. Of those that are in front of you, there are 5 left. Just a heads up.
Yeah.
Nat 1. God damn it. 14. And a 23. So, yep. All of them hit but the nat 1. And she does some damages. Their turn. They move towards you all. Devo strikes out at one of them that moves by her and crits it. 7, so 14 damage. Felling one of the creatures that walks by her. The others are going to start swarming in on Minette. Minette, you have 3 that have swarmed you now. And they are attacking with... Actually, they're going to do something cool real quick. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as one of them like burps out a bunch of spores.
Inhaled effect.
Yes.
Advantage. 26.
26. I need you to do another one for me, please. As another one of these mushroom guys, they burp out a purple spore. A different colored spore. The first one was yellow.
Well, I rolled a 1 and a 3 on that one, so 12.
12. 12 is...
Gonna make it?
Well, fuck.
Gonna
12
make it.
12 is what you needed.
Wow.
All right, cool. So, with that, they do this. Fist. So does a 17 hit.
It does not.
Does a 18 hit.
It does. Is that with disadvantage?
No. Okay. So we've got 2 misses. All right, 1 hit.
Minette the tank.
Goddamn disadvantage. And you take... They're spongy like fists. They're a lot harder when they strike you. They look spongy, but it's more bark-like. You take 13 points of bludgeoning damage. Well, 14. And then you take a whopping 8 poison damage.
Okay. I'm fine.
You're fine. Your turn.
My turn.
Yes. There are 3 directly threatening you. It worked for you last time.
It did, but they'd have to get pushed They're not going to get pushed back into the fire.
No, that's way too far away.
Yeah. I think the one that hit me is going to get shot right in the face.
Okay.
Shotgun.
Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
Okay. He gets shot in the face. Do I happen to have an ally that is adjacent to him?
Yes. Wait, no.
Nope.
Tin isn't threatening currently.
I'm totally threatening. Totally.
All right. 31 points of damage. Some piercing, quite a lot of thunder.
31 kills it.
That's what he gets.
Fuck yeah. Reload.
I reload.
Keo.
So I'm going to burn some sorcery points. And there will be a twin fired bolt followed by a quickened firebolt.
All right.
And the 3 weakest, well, are any adjacent to me?
Some are adjacent to your allies.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
are adjacent to your allies,
Yeah,
but
those
nothing's adjacent to you.
I would favor the ones adjacent to my allies because of the Sunblade,
Okay.
just to even it out.
Okay.
So, attack the first one at a critical.
Nice.
Attack the second one at a 6 + 9, so 15.
15 hits.
And attack the third one at a... Let's see how low this goes. Does a 13 hit?
13 hits.
So I hit all 3. First one takes 60, 10 fire damage plus 4. Oh man, I got some 9s too. 31, 44 on the first one.
That's dead.
Yeah, that's like a Dan hit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's dead.
Yeah,
Well done.
yeah, well done. So then the second one takes 24.
24. That's dead.
Third one takes 18 plus 4, 22. I had a 9 and an 8, but I had a 1.
Not quite dead.
So there's just one left from the third tunnel?
There is one you can see, and one that went through the fire that...
Has not reappeared.
Yeah. It is now 10, your turn. Con save.
I mutter, I will soften them all up for you guys.
Nice. Nice.
She goes to heave, and there's nothing left.
Yep. You do have your action. I need wall damage.
Oh, wall damage. Sorry.
Yep, that's all right.
I'm gonna take out my Lightbringer.
The whole
and
point of the
just
wall was just
smash
to
them.
make it a manageable amount at a time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not to kill them all. So that would be a nice side effect. So 14, 18, 24 for wall damage.
Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So for fire damage, I have 8, and then for radiant damage, I have 7.
All to 1.
To the one that's in front of me.
8 and 7, so
15.
that's 15.
Yeah.
Okay. It's dead.
Cool.
All of the mushrooms in this room are burning. You hear on the other side of the firewall, "Bring back my wife, you son of a bitch!" And you see like this axe go like through the fire.
A Kinian appears.
You see a Kinian axe embed itself maybe like 3 feet from you, like just over your shoulder type thing, into the rock wall.
Right above Kyo's head.
Yeah.
Good thing Kyo's short.
And its runes glow.
Can I shoot down one of the hallways that's blocked off by the fire?
Yes, at disadvantage.
Disadvantage. I'll take it.
You want to shoot down the hallway the axe came from?
No.
Okay.
Just in
Dan,
case.
your character didn't make it. What happened? Friendly fire.
Don't listen to the audio.
Yeah.
It's fine. 17.
Your first
17
turn in
hits.
battle, you got killed by friendly fire.
Ooh, nice damage. 35.
Nice. You hear the voice of Kinian say, like, "God damn these traps!" And
Does he sound healthy?
yeah, and then you see like one of the mushroom folk get thrown through the fire, and they land like skittering on the floor. I need you to roll the damage for moving through the wall of fire.
Do they get
Same
fall
as being
damage
next
as
to-
well?
No, probably not. We'll see.
Not so great. 18.
18. All right. 10. It's your turn.
You have a new target.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
This is
aware.
gonna happen in synergy.
I try Toll of the Dead. So was
Nat 1.
woo. Thank you. Ooh. 30 points of necrotic.
It is super dead, and it starts like shriveling. You hear like the bing bongs go off, and a scar rips into the material plane, and you see a tendril come out. It grabs the mushroom character, and you see like this filthy, nasty black ichor pump like the tendril like shoves through the chest, and you see like the tendril like pulse into the mushroom character, and it just gets like bigger and bigger and bigger, like Bane style, and then the tendril just goes and the scar closes.
Toll of the Dead just isn't a great spell to use right now. Seems like.
It's all beefed up now, and it attacks at you 10
At disadvantage.
at disadvantage 2 and a 5. So no,
Oh, it's so scary.
it's so scary. All right, Devo's like, oh hell no, and she says, 10, do something else.
I will do a guiding bolt.
Nice.
22.
That hits.
13 radiant. And of course advantage for who next attacks.
Minette.
Does it get to go? Or no, that was
Nope.
Devo's turn,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Alright. Way hits.
Way hits.
32 points of damage.
Oh, it's dead. You just blow its head off, and black ichor just like rains down. Kinian didn't go. He says, awfully convenient this fire's here, and it just throws another one through.
Hi, Kinian.
Who the shit was that?
It's Minette. We're all
Yeah.
over here.
Your allies who have been wondering if you're alive or not.
Glad to see you're okay. I mean, see.
Oh, I rolled
Here.
good. 8 times 4 is
24. Or no, 32.
32.
32.
Plus 4, 36.
And he's like, wait, you need targets, 1 second. And you hear like, and he throws another one through.
Same damage.
Same damage.
I'm going to, I don't know if Mage Hand would do it, but I'm going to try it.
What?
Yanking the axe with Mage Hand and throwing it back through.
No.
Skidding across.
No.
No, it's
No,
more than 30
it's-
pounds of force.
Oh, 30?
You can, yeah. Or is it 10? 10.
I thought it was 10. That's what my brain told me.
10, 30 feet. That's what it was.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, the axe should be lighter than 10, but the problem
Yeah,
is
it's the force part.
Yeah.
I would say just gauging it, you would know that that's probably not going to work. It's a good idea, but
It's right above you though,
Yeah.
so you could pull it out and then
Yeah,
hand
actually,
it through with Mage Hand.
actually, that's what I'm gonna do. Is well, it's the action, but I'm going to make an improvised
throw back.
throw. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
All right, so
gosh.
you take it.
A duck.
You,
And I throw it at what it sounds like mushroom dudes on the other side.
and you throw at disadvantage.
Watch out, Kenyon.
Actually,
Kenyon gets decapitated.
that's
By his own axe.
so it'd just be my strength. So that's 16.
16.
Hey,
Yeah.
Dan, so not only did
Okay.
Kenyon die, but
But it's a D6 plus 4, so it's 6 damage to whatever it hits.
Even or odds?
Odds.
All right. So you hit the mushroom.
Thanks for rolling that on
Yeah,
not
yeah.
an important
Yeah,
roll.
yeah. It was a nat 20.
That's right. I critically threw that axe back to Kenyon.
Nice.
What we don't see is the axe sails through the air and chunk right into
Yeah.
one of the
Yeah,
things right
it
next
like
to him.
chunks into the back, and he's like, ha ha! Tin, your turn.
Save me.
so we still have one left in our area.
There's still 2.
Still 2. Do any of them look rough?
Yeah.
Can I use a 15-foot cone to hit both of them?
Yeah.
All right.
You can totes do that.
I'm gonna do Burning Hands, dex saving throws, and I'm gonna do it at a level 2.
2 failures.
Cool. 8, 10, 16 fire.
All right. One belches yellow spores at you, Tin.
Rude.
Yep. It is going to be a... Yeah, Constitution, sir.
I fail.
What do you have?
7.
Okay, yes. Okay. All right. So you are hallucinating.
Woohoo!
It ejects these yellow spores, and you have... Can you be poisoned?
Wait. Yes, I can.
Okay.
Okay. It's not a charm type thing. It's a
No,
poison
it's
thing.
a poison.
Okay.
Yeah. You basically took a drop of acid right now.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
drop some acid. You're incapacitated. This is literal incapacitation. While you hallucinate for 1 minute. You can repeat your saving throws at the end of each of your turns, ending if you succeed.
Okay.
And actually, that is going to be on Minette as well. This is an AoE.
28.
Okay, you're fine. Yep. Next. Oh, wait. Nope. They're punching now. 13 plus 3. 16.
Fails.
Damn it.
Both of the illusions are just standing there.
Fuck.
And they still can't hit.
God damn it. All right. Next is Minette. Wait. Nope. You hear and that's it. You see like a head get thrown through and it gets barbecued and it just like and it rolls to your feet.
Okay, so I shoot one. It takes a fuck ton of damage.
How much?
42.
That's almost enough to kill a healthy one. You just like
Oh, God forbid I crit one of these fuckers.
you shotgun its heart out, just there's a big smoking hole in its chest, and it slumps to the ground.
Nice.
It's your turn, Gio.
I continue concentrating, and I pull out my wand of magic missiles.
All right.
And 1 charge. Pew. Pew, pew, pew. 2. Yeah, that was lame. So 3, 6, 9. Or no, 8. 8. Force.
8 is exactly what you needed to kill it. It had 8 health points left.
Yeah, efficiency.
Con save.
Yes, con save. Wow.
And where's Asmodeus in this whole thing?
She is leaning up against the wall, with her arms crossed and her leg kicked up on the wall, just kind of smirking, enjoying her good work.
Okay.
Do I get an action?
No.
Okay.
It's at the end of your turn.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay. Kinian is making war on one side of the wall. It is now your turn, Annette. Oh, wait, no. Devo's like, Kinian! Kill that thing! And you just hear more maniacal laughter and squishing sounds.
What do I see?
The wall falls. You see Kinian is chopping down one of these mushroom men. And then there is a hallway of mushrooms that are standing along the walls and not moving.
That's
weird. Like they just look like mushrooms.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ha.
Haha. 10. You see one enemy.
And so in the hallway that doesn't have Kenyan, sorry, is that where the ones just look like mushrooms, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Just big clumps of mushrooms standing on the wall.
I'm gonna do Sacred Flame.
Down that hallway?
No, the one in front of me that's still around.
Okay.
So that's it's a dex save.
8.
Fails. So that is 17 radiant.
And fails it. Cool. All right, so what you have in front of you is are mushrooms down the one hallway. They just seem like normal giant mushrooms.
Can I take my mace to one of them?
And just like smash it.
Yeah.
And it smashes against the wall. The mushroom top like breaks off and like falls to the ground with a spongy slap. And you've got like a musty smell in this air.
Okay.
As Asmodeus is like, I think what we have here is a demon lord. That's unfortunate. And Kinian's like, who the hell is this guy? Asmodeus looks to all three of you and he just kind of gives a nod with like squinty eyes, and he says like under his breath, he's involved in the contract. Hey, thank you so much for listening. What a fantastic episode. We cannot wait for next week's episode. We hope you stick around to find out what happens next. If you want to find out more about the show, about our characters, or things like that, go check us out on dmstable.com/RWA. DM's Table has got information on how to contact us through Twitter or Facebook or things like that. Go check it out, and we'll see you out on the internet. See ya.